Hi, I'm Nick. I'm a student here at the University of Salford, and I'm going to talk to you a bit about planning ahead to come to university. If you plan ahead, you can get so many more advantages and enjoy university life as it should be enjoyed when you do come here. You may or may not know a lot about issues such as the national insurance number, visas, passports, bank accounts, and so on. But here at the University of Salford, we've got a department just for you to get help from. It's called the Student Life Help Desk, and whenever you have any issues regarding any such topics, it's always best to come here and seek advice. Whenever dealing with issues such as paperwork, it's always best to have some do's and don'ts in mind. First of all, when you have to deal with loads and loads of paperwork, it's very, very important to have it all stored in a safe place, like one of these folders. This makes it easier for you to access all of your paper at the same time and also keeps you more organized. Make a note of any relevant reference numbers you might have. Institutions usually give you reference numbers, and if you have any problem with your requests, you have to quote those numbers, and if you don't have it close at hand, it might be more difficult for you to find them. It's always very important to plan ahead when moving from a different country, because you might need some documents that you don't have on hand. So my advice is, whenever moving to the UK, bring as many relevant documents as you can find. This can include stuff like diplomas, language certificates, and so on. Also, best to check all the latest information on the institution's websites, because they tend to display the latest updates over there. If you're an international or EU student, my personal advice is not to seek advice from a local organization or agencies which offer advice in completing forms, because the usual case is that they don't really know much about current affairs in the UK, and they might actually give you wrong information. From my experience, one of the most important paperwork you do have to fill in once you're here in the UK is the paperwork for your national insurance and your work permit. You do have to note that if you do need them, and you do need them because you want to work and get paid, you have to follow certain procedures to get them, and there's a certain order in which you have to send documents to have all of your paperwork done. Basically, it's very easy to find out more information about issues such as these, because they're all on the internet and you can just Google them whenever you need to. There's all kinds of mistakes new students tend to make when coming to university, and one of them is sending their paperwork way too late. It doesn't really pay off if you assume that sending paperwork after the deadline skips you any queues, especially since institutions in the UK get loads and loads of paperwork and forms, and it takes quite some time for them to get processed. Another piece of advice I can give you is not to rely too much on the advice your friends can give you, because sometimes it can be outdated. For example, somebody might tell you a deadline is on a particular date because that was the case in previous years, and that deadline might actually be later on or earlier on, and you pretty much lose the start if that's the case. Check the websites, check further guidance, and come to the help desk here at Student Life, because they're the most capable of offering you advice.